Hello there. My name's Gwendolyn Davis. I am passionate about becoming my best self and showing you how this is possible to become your best self because it's so much fun and it's way better than suffering and staying stuck. So, yay, I'm going to keep figuring things out every day of my life. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so this video, chapter 108, BS or BS. So we could call it bull suffering, or what else you've heard it for. And the other one is going to be beautiful state. Okay. Always two roads. And when you start realizing this and you have a choice, you show up on the road you want to. You start creating maps, massive action plans, if you want to call it that. Either way, you have a vision of where you want to be and which road is going to take you there. So let's talk about the two roads. On this one, it's more automatic. Our brain, it has negativity bias built in to protect us and all kinds of reasons about the primitive brain. And there's videos about that if you want to learn more. But for this video, let's talk about what this road looks like when we are suffering. So we suffer in our stories that have no basis in reality because of what we're telling ourselves. They're just sentences that you're choosing to tell yourself that you believe. What if you don't have to believe those anymore? We're often comparing ourselves to others, to what they're achieving, to what they're doing, to how they look, to how they act. Lots of varieties of comparison. People pleasing sends us to a suffering state because we're not being true to ourselves, trying to make others think of us in a certain way so that we'll feel better. Doesn't work. We take offense easily on this road. Somebody could say something or do something the wrong way, and we're going to take it to mean it's about us, and we're going to take offense about it. Happiness is conditioned on things outside of us. So if I looked a certain way, I would feel better. If my house were completely cleaned, I'd feel better. If certain people treated me a certain way, I'd feel better. Or if they did this and this and this, I would feel better. True or false? False, right? It doesn't work. Happiness does not come from things outside of you. Okay, what's possible on the beautiful state road? Lots of goodness. You're serving others because you want to. You don't have to prove something. You're just doing a little bit extra because you want to. You're loving yourself for who you are, failures included, not a problem. You're cutting off excuses. You're not listening to your primitive brain make excuses as to why you can't do something. You're rising to the challenge and you're doing hard things and you're being uncomfortable to reach that version of you that is possible. We have to be uncomfortable and go through this river of misery to get to the other side, right? This road's not easy. This one's automatic. So it really is making lemonade when life gives you lemons. It's learning from your failures, celebrating them. I've been telling myself, the more I fail, the less I will. And I've had so many failures on time management that I'm more determined than I ever have been. And this year, because I'm more committed, because I have more learnings from all the times I failed in all the past years, I'm not failing as much this year. Yay. Okay. So it's celebrating yourself for who you are. You're celebrating others for who they are because you don't need to be like them. You can be you to be liked, and they can be them to be liked. And together, it's the best thing ever. It's making the most of each moment, and it's figuring things out. So, which road? Which road are you choosing? And I want you to see that happiness comes when you won't tolerate suffering. Happiness comes when you choose to get off this road and to find joy in the journey. Everything you have is within you. to live in a beautiful state. And there's not a perfect way to do this. It's figuring things out. Life is going to continue to throw curveballs, but it's stopping, taking a deep breath. How do I want to show up here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing to get calm so we can think about how we want to show up. So I have an example for you from one of the friends that I messaged, and I have her permission to use this, but I won't use her name. Okay, and I'm going to read it. She was telling me about her day, and they're trying to buy a home. And of course, we know when you try to buy a home, lots of things happen. And again, you have a choice how you show up. One of the problems 3 weeks ago was the IRS was showing that they didn't file their taxes a few years ago. So that's their current hiccup, and they're going to have a meeting about it. And then the chief loan officer is going to reach out to her husband and let them know what the alternatives are and what's next. So her husband was up all night. He was extremely anxious and nervous because they had just given their notice on the apartment where they were staying. So come April, if they don't get the house, they don't have a place to live. So she said, I'm kind of just letting it go and giving it to God. And I'm like, whatever happens, happens. And yes, I'm a little bit anxious, but I'm not going to sit here and panic about it because it's going to send me in a tailspin and it's going to cause physical pain. And then I'm going to have a flare up, and I already know what's going to happen if I let my mind go there. So I'm just putting my mind in a state of gratitude because, like Tony says, when you're in a state of gratitude, there's no suffering. So I'm working really hard on that. And then it's like, no matter what's happening, if I'm in a state of gratitude, I'm going to be more up to handle it. So that's my goal for today. So that simple decision to focus on gratitude got her off of suffering, or is keeping her from going there to the beautiful state road. She went to Tony Robbins with me, and we had so much fun. And so this is readily available, mindfully choosing this road instead. So like I said, that was 3 weeks ago. And yeah, the loan is still proceeding. And today we were messaging, and today she's sitting in front of her new house doing her work on the phone instead of her computer because they're waiting for the home inspector to come. He was supposed to come Monday. She canceled all her patients for that day so that she could be ready. And they couldn't come on Monday after all. And so could she be easily irritated and frustrated and angry that she's sitting in her car 2 days later waiting for them? Yeah. But she's doing the deep breathing, choosing to think about what else is possible instead of being irritated. I told her, I'll be irritated for you. Just kidding. But yeah, easily frustrated, right? That's going to be our natural response. And so it really is going back to, I have a choice here, taking some deep breaths, because what's going to help you with the rest of the day? So that simple awareness that you have a choice and backing up when you're on this road, backing up to choice point and be like, how do I want to show up here? Because anger and irritation and frustrated, she knows that's going to affect her health. That's going to cause flare-ups. Does she have a little bit of anxiety? Yeah. That's part of the journey sometimes. Doesn't magically all go away, but she has awareness of what she wants and she's working through the stress. She's not letting the stress control her. She's in her car working. She's figured it out. Yeah. Yeah. And each day we learn and we grow and we are better from our experiences as we continue to strive to live in a beautiful state. I promise your life will be so much better. So when I taught my class at church, I had this shirt made. Everything is figure outable. That's my favorite saying in the whole wide world. And I'm so blessed because I have an awesome sister-in-law. I live in Roswell, New Mexico. She has her and her husband, they make t-shirts. It's called V12. And so I told her what I wanted, and she made this. And I have my awesome niece who makes shirts for me too. My shirt that says committed, determined, and grateful, because those are my three favorite words that drive me on this road. Notice how gratitude is a part of a beautiful state. Just training your brain to things you can be grateful for changes. This road, a lot of expectations, right? This one, learning to appreciate what is. We can't change our circumstances. We can change how we show up. So I hope you feel my excitement. Yeah, yeah. Life is so good when we have that awareness that we can live in a beautiful state. Do I have hard things? Absolutely. Do I go down the rabbit hole? Yeah. I called my coach a couple weeks ago. I'm like, do you have any openings? And she was able to fit me in. She showed me how I was going back to my old programming, a little bit of suffering. Yeah. Just that awareness of what I was doing gave me what I needed with my commitment and determination to go on and work through the hard. There's that river of misery we need to go through to get to the other side. So never give up on yourselves. Keep going. You're so worth it. You have everything within you to reach whatever version of you it is you want, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to start exercising, whether it's to manage your cravings, whether it's to manage your stress, whether it's to manage your time, whatever it is you're working on, it's totally possible. Remember your vision, what it is you want, why you want it, and your massive action plan. And choosing to be in a beautiful state will help you get there. All right. Yay. So much to celebrate. Yay. So much goodness in life. Look for the good. It's there. All righty. Please share these videos, cheer your friends on, find somebody that you can share your journey with and celebrate each other. So, my friends, you got this one step at a time. So much to learn, so much to figure out. We're not perfect at this. Every day we have an opportunity to learn and grow, and we do the best we can. Yay. All righty. You got this. Bye.